This is the area of parallelograms and trapezoids assignment recording. It's from chapters 8.5 and 8.6. The area of a parallelogram, I'm showing you a picture of a parallelogram. Both pairs of opposite sides are parallel. When you find the area of this, you have to look at the base and the height. So area equals base times height. Now all of the formulas that you'll need are actually on the back cover of your textbook. They're also in chapters 8.5 and 8.6, but if you want a quick reference, go to the back cover of your textbook. Now the reason that that formula works, if you think of a rectangle, which is length times width, well, if I took that little triangle and then I moved it over here, and I put it in right here, you can see that if you move it, this then becomes a rectangle like length times width. All right, so that's the conceptual reason that that works, but now let's go ahead and find the area. And so we're going to write the formula, which is area equals base times height. It's right there. Then you're going to go area equals, your base is 13. Now your height is 5. It's always going to be at a 90-degree angle. It's how tall this parallelogram is, so times 5. Please don't pull out your calculator. You can do this mentally. 13 is 10 plus 3, so 5 times 10 is 50. 3 times 5 is 15. 50 and 15 is 65. Anytime you find area, it's the inside square unit measurement of a figure, so it's going to be feet squared or square feet. Make sure you put the proper labels on. All right, if you look at letter B, I'd like you to go ahead and write down the formula, A equals base times height. I'd like you to use that formula to figure out the area of this particular parallelogram. When you are done, go ahead and turn the recording back on. Okay, your base was 11 centimeters. Your height was the 9 centimeters. So area equals base times height. Area equals 11 times 9. 11 times 9 is 99, so it's 99 centimeters squared. All right, now we're going to go ahead and work on trapezoid. On the next, I'm going to go to another page. You don't need to, and your paper doesn't need to be folded in half. You can just take your notes right on the paper. And I'm going to go ahead and go to the next page for trapezoid. Okay, you've got, this is a trapezoid because you only have one pair of parallel sides, and that's these. And so you're going to go ahead and write the formula, A equals, and I'm going to do it two different ways. 1/2 the height times B sub 1 plus B sub 2. And so you're going to go area equals, you're going to have 1/2 the height of 5, so 1/2 times 5 times, and B sub 1 is 6, and B sub 2 is 8. Order of operations says you would always do whatever is in parentheses first, so A equals 1/2 times 5 times 14. Now, you can do a multiplication in any order. Usually you take half of the height. However, it's really just as simple to take half of 14, which would be 7 times 5 is 35. And it's inches squared because you're looking for the square unit measurement. Now, if you took half of 5, it would be fine. You would end up with 2.5, and 2.5 times 14 ends up being 35 if you put it into your calculator. Now, I prefer, and a lot of students do as well, I prefer this method. A equals height times B sub 1 plus B sub 2 divided by 2. So area equals, the height is 5 times 6 plus 8 divided by 2. And then we already know that 6 plus 8 is 14, so area equals 5 times 14 divided by 2. You don't need a calculator for 5 times 14. 14 is like 10 plus 4. 5 times 10 is 50. 5 times 4 is 20. 50 and 20 is 70. So 70 divided by 2. And half of 80 is 40, half of 60 is 30, so it's got to be right in the middle of that, so A equals 35 inches squared. Okay, now you're going to go ahead and do this next one on your own, and then you'll turn the recording back on when you've finished. So let me go ahead and have you write this down. Make sure you draw the figure as well. Go ahead and solve, and then turn the recording back on when you are done solving. All right, for this trapezoid, they don't tell you which one's base 1 and which one's base 2. So you could choose either one. So I did it both ways. So for this one, the first one I chose B sub 1, base 1 is 16. I chose B sub 2, the base 2 is 10. So we take half the height is 14, it gives us 7. And then we have 16 plus 10, which are our two bases, which is 26. 7 times 26, now again, you don't need a calculator. 26 is like 20 plus 6. So 20 times 7 is 140. 6 times 7 is 42. 140 and 42 is 182 feet squared. Now for larger numbers like this, I tend to prefer this method because you get larger numbers when you divide by 2. But I'll show you how this works, and if you had a calculator, it really wouldn't matter. So you have area equals height times your B sub 1 plus B sub 2, base 1 plus base 2, divide it by 2. This time I chose my base 1 to be 10 feet and my base 2 to be 16 feet. It won't give a different answer. 10 plus 16 is 26 times 14, all divided by 2. 14 and 26, probably want a calculator to make that easier. 364 divided by 2. Now you don't need a calculator for this. 36 divided by 2 is 18. So 360 divided by 2 is 180. 4 divided by 2 is 2, so it's 182 feet squared. You can see you get the same answer for both of these. Now, we're going to move on. Okay, this is the actual assignment for the area of parallelograms and trapezoids. Again, chapters 8.5 and 8.6. There are other things in there, like when you have to find a missing side, as well as word problems. But for now, we're just going to review what you know already. So number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4, please draw the figure. So I want you to draw the figure. I want you to write the formula. So go ahead and write the formulas for each of these. And once you're done writing the formulas, then I want you to solve. So that means you need to show your work. Again, there's 4 problems. Won't take you very long, but I want you to review these concepts. 2 area of parallelograms problems and 2 area of trapezoids problems. We will be correcting these in class. If you have any questions about how to solve these, go ahead and go back and watch the part of the recording that helps you with that.